What's up, guys? Thanks for joining me. This is going to be a quick, it's kind of like a mini series on getting started in residential multifamily. It's an area that I'm pretty experienced in, and got my start in North Jersey, looking for properties that were distressed that we could get for, a reasonable price. In this first lesson, I'm going to be talking about the first step: finding and then financing that first deal. And obviously, if you feel you get value from this, please please subscribe so you can stay in contact, and know when we're, hit the notification bell if you wish, so you get notified when we have new things, new video, new content up. And then also be sure to, in the description, I have a link to a completely free ebook called Cash Flow Creator, which goes into some basics, which I'll be addressing here in the video. But the book goes into some basics, some fundamentals on residential multifamily. So definitely, click on that link, download it, and it's yours, no strings attached. Finding and financing deals. So there are a lot of ways to obviously find deals. We'll take that part first. You can, some people do, depending on their area, depending on, as with anything, there are different methods that, different people will use. Some people use various methods, multiple methods, but you can do driving for dollars, where you drive around an area, you look for a distressed property, you try to take down the address, you look it up, you send some marketing to that particular address. You have wholesalers. Wholesalers are in the business of finding deals, and then they market them to buyers, to prospective buyers, and they assign the contract. They put the property under contract, and then they assign the contract to another person. So they play the middleman. You also have realtors and brokers, and that really has been. I've used different methods here. I've also used bandit signs, where you put up signs, so forth, in an area with a phone number. You get a Google Voice number for free. They call that Google Voice. Hey, yeah, I saw your sign and got a property I want to sell. That can, that's one way that people have done it. The way that I've done it, that I've had a lot of success, was through using realtors, because they're already in the business, especially an investor-friendly realtor. They're always on the lookout. They have a Rolodex, so to speak. In their cell phone contacts, they have investors. Some of them are investors. Many of them are. And, you have a lot, think about this too. You have a lot of investors that, if they're looking to sell a property, they may not want to go through the whole song and dance of listing it and having a parade of people walk through their property. So if they have a realtor, a broker that they can trust, they may reach out to that person. Hey, got this property that I'm looking to sell. Can you help me? And that can become an off-market deal where it's not listed. And then if you know that realtor or that broker, they may contact you. Hey, listen, I got a property off market. You want to take a look? So that's possible. And actually, that's how our first deal that we got, first multifamily deal, it was an off-market deal. And the broker that was helping us, who happens to also be an investor, works with a lot of investors, he had the inside track, he had the scoop on an off-market deal. So there are numerous ways to find deals. You have to find a deal that works for you. If you're starting out, maybe you're not going to try to buy a $800,000 property. Maybe you're going to start smaller. When I started, it was we bought a 2-family house in Paterson, New Jersey, and it was about $160,000. So started small. It was not a huge property, but nevertheless, it was a job. It was distressed. It was abandoned. It needed work, but we were able to get into that, able to finance it. And how did we finance it? We did it through hard money. There are numerous ways to finance. Some people, if they got the money, they'll try to pay for it all cash and do that. Some deep-pocketed investors will do that. It's if you're short on money, though, what you want to try to do is use leverage. and you have a lot of lenders. You have private lenders, you have hard money lenders, you have institutions, you have companies that lend money, especially on real estate. They can essentially be your partner on the deal. They'll vet the deal with you. They'll send an inspector out. They'll send an appraiser to take a look at where the property is right now, the state, in terms of the condition that it's in, and determine what its value is right now, and then when it's fixed, what its value can be down the road. And now, obviously, I'm talking about distressed multifamily here. I'm talking about distressed properties that need work. Why? Why am I talking about that? Because that's where, if you can get it here, for example, our property, when we bought it here at $160,000 and then rehabbed it, it was time, and we had a hard money lender that financed the deal. When it was time to do the rehab, to do the appraisal, we've raised the value. So we bought it at 160, and when it appraised at 270. So now we can pay off that initial hard money loan, and then there's a difference in between. When we did what's called a cash out refinance, and we were, after closing costs and things like that, when you do the refinance and you pay off or cash out the hard lender, there's some money there that's left over, and that money's tax-free. So, financing it is a smart way to do it, because you're not putting, if let's say you have this amount of money, whatever this amount is, when you finance it with a hard money lender or any lender, you're going to put down a percentage. You may put down anywhere, typically it's going to be anywhere from say 20 to 30% down payment, and then you got closing costs, so forth. So if you have this much money and you put down this much for your down payment, your closing costs, well, now you have this much left. You can use this money, whatever that is, right? Because everyone's situation is different. You can now use that remaining money and go and take down another deal, meaning find another deal to put under contract and buy. So all of your money isn't tied up into one deal. So financing is really important. You're using the leverage, and specifically with this series, I'm talking about distressed multifamily. So you're probably not going to go, you never know, there are a lot of loan products, but you're probably not going to go to your local bank and just get a loan. You're going to probably get a private or hard money loan. Not too much difference between the two, but it's essentially, these loans are essentially higher interest, shorter term. It could be anywhere from say 6, 9, 12 months. Typically, our first hard money loan on that deal that I mentioned, it was a 9-month loan, and the interest rate we were paying was 8.5%. Over those 9 months. So you're not paying 8.5 and paying it monthly. You're not paying the 8.5% every month. It's spread out over the duration, over the term of the loan. So hopefully that helps. I want to keep these brief, kind of like bite-sized lessons on basics of residential multifamily. So that is, in a nutshell, finding and financing deals, just some things that you can think about, food for thought. Make sure, again, if you found value here, like it. If you want to stay connected with us and see what we're doing here on this channel, please subscribe to the channel. And definitely in the description, click the link for the free download ebook of Cash Flow Creator, which goes into some of these concepts that I'm talking about. See you guys on the next one.